quorum for the board meeting itself. Today is Veterans Day. Any veterans in the audience?
I'm a veteran.
You are?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your service,
Thank you, sir.
and, we appreciate you.
Drafted.
Army?
Army. Yeah.
I was not, but I appreciate those people that did, and I'll try to tell them that, you know,
Sure.
when I see them, so you're appreciated.
Well, you're welcome.
All right, let's get started. Minutes from the previous month. Then you've had a chance to look at those. Any additions, corrections, or? If no questions on those, financial report. Any questions on those? Might make a note that Lisa's got one more test on her, CMFO training, and we know she'll do good on that, so. She's been studying hard.
Yeah, it's hard going back to study when you've been away from school that long.
It's hard to it's hard to try and discipline a slightly older brain to work in. No questions on the financials? Water and sewer report, Martin gave you that. Water and it's, here it is. At the wastewater treatment plant for October, nothing new to report. Got through, craft air with no problems with water or wastewater. So, and they've had, they're working on exercising water valves now, which is, we want them to work when we need them. So, we got that in the works and getting ready for cold weather. Getting heaters put in pump stations and things like that, and insulation around meters and stuff. Mark has a question for the board. He wants to put up, signs, at the two entry points to the alley, not allowing trucks, heavy trucks in. Also, no trucks on, signs on Maple High, Cumberland, to keep trucks out of there. We have tractor trailers trying to go up these streets sometimes, and they get in trouble. So,
What would the sign say? Does it say no trucks beyond this weight or this height or what?
Probably should be, address the weight of the truck and, or length of the truck. Straight trucks don't have a problem, as far as I know. It's just the tractor trailers.
Would that like include a dump truck?
Well, a dump truck wouldn't have any problem, but
Okay.
they do not want dump trucks on this back
I've
here.
seen them, yeah.
So, that's for that part. We'll do a little research and get what we need and get it back to y'all before we have anything done.
Okay.
Alright? Alright, we just, go ahead and approve it by ahead of time. Water sewer safety, fire. Month of October, we had, EVOC training, that's emergency vehicle operations. And, we had, I would say 6 or 7 of our number to go over there and drive and get checked off in that. Station 1, Bedford County Fire puts that on every year. So we try to keep that on our schedule where we go and get certified every year. To help keep us in the law a little better, get certified. Also had, a safety day at War Trace. And, that was where they brought all the forces together, THP and Vanderbilt Life Flight, and while I mentioned that, Vanderbilt lost one of their own, and got two more that are fighting for their lives after the helicopter crashed, in Wilson County. And sad to say that the one that passed away was over here at War Trace on that day we were over there. So, we need to keep them in their prayers, and keep their families. We had a fire prevention week with Cascade Elementary, went from kindergarten through 4, and we handed out fire prevention information. We did a walkthrough at Webb where we went through all the buildings with Bedford County Fire Department, Emergency Management Agency, and us, and Webb School personnel. We spent 4 hours up there with the headmaster and the maintenance people doing that. Craft fair, we had a busy day on Saturday. Had 17 calls for service and had 4 transports to hospitals.
Wow.
So kept people hopping. Halloween night we handed out candy at the fire hall, and we have 3 people in the emergency medical response class. That's where Mark is tonight. And we have, he says up to 9 junior firefighters in the program. But we had 7 over there at War Trace on the first day of this month at the toy convoy. And they were really an impressive group of young people. They really made me proud. We had 1 fire, 3 standbys for fire for station 1, 4 medical calls, and 2 trainings. And coming up on December 13th, be doing a toy drive with a pancake supper, and also a fire extinguisher class, train people how to use fire extinguishers.
Where is that?
Ma'am?
Where is that?
We'll be at the fire hall.
December 13th.
December 13th, that's a Saturday. And we're gonna support one family at Christmas, provide Christmas for them this year. And part of this toy convoy was they've given us toys to hand out for Christmas. And we're gonna use that and other toys we get for a last minute toy store closer on to Christmas. So.
What time is the supper or the
That
pancake?
hasn't been determined yet, but probably around 6, I would think.
And you're asking people who come to bring toys?
That's a good idea.
Okay. Didn't know if that was the purpose.
That's a good idea. All right. Police report, we don't have anyone here, but we have the old patrol car we were gonna talk about. Vote to sell it, scrap it, whatever. So, personally, I think it take too much money to get it running again to make it worthwhile, but that's my fault. We'll bring it up and talk about it at the proper time. Planning Commission report.
Nothing to report, but we didn't have a meeting this time.
Chamber of Commerce. Parks and Rec report, Mr. Smith.
We turned off the water for the winter at the bathrooms and the water fountain, but we did bring in a porta potty that we have there over the winter. So we winterized because of the freezing temperatures that we're getting ready to experience. We also replaced some additional trees that we were actually able to use our nursery that we have over there. We have some trees that we planted several years ago, and so the varieties that we needed for replacement trees were in the nursery, so we were able to use those for that. The website, we had the domain name transferred to us, as well as the ability to modify the park portion of the website from our tech provider, Mr. Maddox. So we have that in hand now. And also this week, several of us are attending the Tennessee Urban Forestry Conference in Chattanooga on Thursday and Friday.
Any questions of Mr. Craig?
All good.
Appreciate y'all doing such a good job up there, taking care of the park
Thank you.
and the trees and everything. Historical committee,
I've got a question about that. When is the correct time for me to bring up, to make a motion about them coming and giving us monthly reports and a full report on the alley project?
when we get into the regular meeting,
Thank you.
I would do it then. Beautification committee,
I'm feeling much better about the pollinator garden after my initial hysteria over saying it. They have, moved the stones out to the paving stones, so that's increased the size of the, pollinator garden somewhat, and once they get those straightened out, that'll increase the size of the pollinator garden by about, several feet. So it butts up against the pavers, which will be good for the pavers, give them some stability. So, and, we will, initially they were gonna get all the gravel they dumped into the pollinator garden out, but I told them, just spread it out, that can be our base, we can put dirt on top of it. I would, when time comes, I don't know if it needs a motion, but, I'd like to propose some new members for the beautification committee, and would like to,
I think I'll point those
oh,
members
okay.
up. I'll double check and make sure, but,
You want me to tell you the names now or later?
if I can, you give me the names, we'll do that.
Okay. Carrie French, Laura Causey. Carrie lives, in Charles Cook's old house. Laura Causey owns the beauty parlor, and Sheila Jo McBrien, who's of course Mark's wife.
Causey,
Causey,
alright, was that Carrie French?
Kerrie, French, and they remodeled Charles Cook's old house.
So just two.
No, and Sheila Jo McBrien,
Oh, Sheila Joe,
yeah, Mark's wife.
okay.
And at some time, I would love to talk to the, park board about possibly, putting some beds in there where I understand you have springs coming up that aren't really suitable to be mowed.
Okay.
Tennessee's big on wet gardens and water gardens.
Yeah, we have a couple spots like that.
Yeah, so, if you'll send me a text as to when the park board is gonna meet again, or,
Okay.
20th, maybe?
It's next Monday, I think.
okay.
All
And
right.
it can be, after January, it's not like the water's going anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you,
You're welcome.
that's all.
Alright, anything, any questions? Arts Council report? Seeing none. Friends of the Bell Local School, historic Bell Local School.
We have a bank balance as of October 31st, $69,977.19. Of that, we raised $2,421.75 at the craft fair. As the mayor stated, Saturday was a good day, Sunday was slow. Sounds like it was for most people in the town. We've got our third meeting scheduled for bylaws on the 24th of this month. We're almost completed with the bylaws that we were proposing, and hope to finish those this third meeting and then bring those into play in January. Friends has gone 3 years without having a meeting every month. the month of December, we will not have a meeting. We're gonna take a month off, but I still will be bringing a report, next month, if you have your meeting, and I'm assuming you will.
Yeah.
Because of us not having that meeting, I wanna go ahead and give you a notice. We're requesting that BOMA authorize Friends to jointly apply for the TDEC grant again in January. So, giving you a month's notice, and that's an official request I'm gonna be asking for. You had to put something in writing that I had to submit, stating from the mayor that we were authorized to do that grant again.
When does it have to go in?
They've not given definitive dates, but if it follows last year's schedule, it'll be January the 10th.
Okay, so, I mean, when does the letter have to go in?
It'll have to go in with the actual application, the pre-application. If you can do it sometime in December, then I know whatever date they're doing, that they've met that timeline. We can meet that timeline for them. That grant application, and this is more for the park board, but it's contingent upon us having a master plan that's been approved by the park board, it's current, it's been presented to the public, it's been presented to BOMA, and BOMA's bought into it, so that it could be submitted sometime in that application process. That would actually have to be full-fledged, accepted, so that I could have a copy of that and then download it into the full application.
Which would be what time frame?
If it's last year's timeline, it'd be about April 1st.
Okay.
So we've got several months to work, but I'm just giving notice. If we ask for more than 300,000, we have to have a master plan. And the goal is to ask for more than that.
Where are we at on that?
I've got it, and I actually haven't really started working on it in earnest yet, but I've got the skeleton of it. So we'll have it ready.
Okay, thank you for that commitment.
And the 300, if you ask for 300,000, how much do you have to put up as matching?
50% has to be matched. 50%, and we can raise that in that timeline of the pre-application and the actual contract. So we've got several months, but reality is we wanna have a big number. The last thing I wanted to ask about it and share with you is, for the last 3 months, I've attempted to get 4 contractors to give me a hardening bid on the current school building. 2 of them are local and have not produced, and I'm proceeding with others. Hope to have a hardening bid. I thought I would have it tonight, but I don't. That west side of the building, on the first floor, that is totally eaten out. One of the access points that squirrels are getting is they're climbing up the wall and going in the building that way. And the second story, they've also done that on the south side we want to try to harden that to where we can keep them out as much as we can. In order to access the west side, the crepe myrtles are gonna need to be trimmed down to do that. Of course, it's that time of year, and we're willing to help cut if that's something the park board needs assistance with, but they'll have to be trimmed down so that scaffolding and all can be put in over that so they can work on that.
Yeah, I think we can get that taken care of here pretty quick.
Some kind of hardening though to try to mitigate some of the infestations that, they're living in there. If they got a hole, they can get it. It doesn't have to be that big a hole. Squirrels going in.
Yeah.
That's all I have today.
Any questions further, Mr. King? Mayoral updates, they are through about 100%, almost 100% with the sewer rehab. So they've moved all their equipment out and everything, we've got a punch list that we're gonna, walk through and come up with to take care of those things, and when they get that out of the way, we'll sign off on them and they'll be through. So, we're looking forward to that, so.
Do you think it went well?
I think it did. This company seems to be one of the easier ones we've had to work for us. And doing the job and making changes where we needed to, and, I haven't heard Mark say anything derogatory about it. So, that's a good sign. We have a new gas service in the alley that was put in, this last week. They're going to 3 buildings. We were having trouble with our gas. I think it was the second stage regulator. And it would get real cold, it'd freeze up, and it would be a lot colder in here than Debbie could stand. Debbie likes about 65 degrees. She don't. But anyway, they put all new in all the way to the building. So that's taken care of. The other thing is, usually in December, we do a Christmas bonus for the employees, 1% of their pay, gross pay. So, we asked for approval on that. I guess that's all I have on that update. Going on to old business, none. New business, none. Public input, floor is open for public input.
Just curious about the sewer lines. Will they be flushing those sewer lines after they're done with all this?
I'm sorry, what?
Will they be flushing the sewer lines after they're done with all their work?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, just curious.
Usually they come in and clean the sewer lines before they do any work.
Gotcha,
So
okay.
they can remove the debris, grease and stuff like that. And then they go in and do their work, and then, they're gonna do a flow monitoring, to see how much good it did. Starting in, December, January, February, and March, I think. 4-month period, get some dry weather and some wet weather in there.
Understood.
So, hopefully we see a lot of good come from all this $1,975,000. We know something's wrong. But anyway, anything else? All right, we're going to call the regular meeting to order. A motion for the minutes of the previous month.
So moved.
Motion made, is there a second?
Sure.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. So moved. Financial reports, is there a motion?
Make a motion that we approve those.
Motion made, is there a second?
Second.
Motion made and seconded, any discussion? All in favor, right hand. All against, so moved. They so moved anyway. Anyway, water sewer report, nothing there. The patrol car, what, you had any feelings about that? What's the pleasure of the board?
Would anybody want to buy it?
We'd sell it for scrap.
I'd say let's do that.
Yeah.
We'd have to, put it on the board out here, taking bids for it, steel bids. So if that's, somebody make a motion to that effect.
I move that we, let the old patrol car, non-functioning patrol car out for bids.
All right, is there a second?
Sure, I'll second.
Okay.
Any
Either
discuss-
one of us will second.
Any further discussion?
Is that out for bids for scrapping?
And what?
Is that out for bid, the bids are for scrapping?
The bid is for selling it.
Oh, okay.
Somebody wants to buy it.
We don't really care what they do with it.
Okay, I
I thought,
thought we were doing scrapping, okay.
But anyway, motion made and seconded. any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, like sign? Bid. All right, planning commission, chamber, parks and rec, historical, vote, do we need to vote? I think I can appoint these people. I have that
Okay,
power.
and then my other concern
Now,
is
is that the historical? Or the beautification?
no, that's historical.
I can't do that.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yes, the members are for beautification.
Okay, I think I can do that. I can't do the
Okay,
historical thing. They have to be appointed by this board.
yeah, I'm flipping.
Okay, we'll consider them appointed.
Okay,
If
thank you.
they're for the
How many members do
beautification.
you have on beautification now?
Well, we were down to 2 for a while, now we're up to 5.
Cool.
I know, I'm so excited. They all have great ideas.
Alrighty. Just go down to the Christmas bonus, entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve
I'll
the
second.
1% Christmas bonus for the employees.
Alright. Motion made and seconded, any discussion? All in favor, right in. All against, right in. So ordered. No old business? Anything else I'm supposed to?
Yeah, I wanted to discuss something about the historic committee and, make a motion about them giving regular reports.
I don't think we have to vote on that, we can just, I can ask them to be here.
Okay, what I'd like first is for them to attend the next Board of Aldermen meeting and present us with a full plan of what they're doing in the alley. We were all kind of blindsided, we have no clue. I mean, really, I mean, I don't, do y'all have a clue as to what the overall plan is, or what it looks like?
Let's do this, you make your motion. And we'll get a second. We'll vote.
Okay, my motion is that we formally request a representative or members of the historic committee to attend the next Board of Aldermen meeting and, present a complete plan for the alley, whether it's short-term or long-term, so we're more knowledgeable.
All right, you heard the motion, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Is there any discussion? All in favor, aye? Right in? All against?
And the other request I had, which is the one you said you think doesn't need a motion, is because historic, like beautification, receives funds each year from the Board of Aldermen in the budget, I think it's, appropriate for them to attend the Board of Aldermen meeting and provide a report. Cause again, we're kinda clueless.
All right, anything further on that? Well, we've been through the old business, new business, and public input, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
any discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed?